Hey, what's going on, people? Your boy, man, Mike here, and Dan Quinn versus Mike Smith. And why did I choose these two guys? It's because Atlanta Falcons fans like myself want a dominant defense. And why is it taking him so long to build a defense? We know he is an excellent talent evaluator, but I'm going to show you guys from 2008, Mike Smith's tenure, all the way to 2018. I'm going to dissect each player that was drafted during that time and give you guys an idea on why it's taken so long for Dan Quinn to build a Atlanta Falcons defense. So let's get straight to it, man. 2008 is a fairly good draft for the simple fact that, the first pick was absolutely brilliant, all right? Matt Ryan is without a doubt the greatest quarterback in this franchise history, and he will go down as one of the best quarterbacks in NFL history. I know a lot of people will just, don't like to get this guy's credit, but Matt Ryan is that damn good. So when you look at it, the first pick in the NFL draft in Mike Smith's tenure as the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons went great, all right? Sam Baker was a pretty decent offensive tackle, had knee injuries that pretty much plagued him and cut his career short. But, when you look at Curtis Lofton, Harry Douglas was a guy that was serviceable for the Atlanta Falcons. Tommy DeCou had a couple years here and there, but for the most part didn't pan out. Robert James, Croy Bierman was a guy that was Thomas Brown, Wilford, Fontenoy, and Keith Zinger, those guys weren't as good. So when you look at 2008, I am going to give them, Mike Smith, a win for this one. So let's head to 2009 to see what's up, baby. 2009, it was an absolute travesty, all right? Make no mistake about it, man. I love William Moore, a damn good, hard-hitting safety. Wasn't very good in coverage, but he was decent enough. But when you, need a guy to make a big hit, he was an excellent tackler, fairly intelligent as far as the IQ instincts as a safety, man. Just couldn't stay healthy. But when you look at this, man, 2009 was just an absolute travesty, man. Outside of William Moore, that's the only guy that was worth anything for this team, man. So let's go to 2010. 2010 was much better than 2009. Sean Weatherspoon, Corey Peters, Joe Hawley, these guys provided significant snaps, games. And when you look at it, man, Sean Weatherspoon could have been much better than what he was for a long period of time. Just ran into some knee injuries that pretty much plagued his career in Atlanta. Joe Hawley is a pretty good center. Wasn't excellent, but he was pretty good. So when you look at 2010, I would give these guys a win for this, all right? Wasn't bad, but it wasn't terrible. 2011 deserves a A just for the simple fact you got one of the greatest wide receivers in the history of the game, Julio Jones, man. Everyone else, it just doesn't matter, all right? Jacquizz Rodgers is serviceable. Matt Bosher is still playing, but Julio Jones is what made this draft, all right? The Falcons traded up to get Julio, and they hit a mother freaking home run with this guy. So when you look at 2011, I'm going to give these guys a W just for the simple fact you drafted one of the greatest wide receivers in the history of the game, Julio Jones. So let's go to 2012 to see what's up. Look, man, 2012 is just a mess. Started with Peter Konz, Lamar Holmes, Bradie Ewing, Jonathan Massaquoi, Charles Mitchell, Travian Robertson, man. These guys provided absolute nothing. All right, this is one of the reasons why Mike Smith was just absolute horrible, all right? These guys were absolute trash, garbage, dumpster juice, anything you want to bring to mind, man. These guys were absolute it, all right? So when you look at 2012, I just like to throw this whole draft away and never speak about it ever again. Let's just head to 2013, man. This is absolute trash, dude. 2013 is much better. Desmond Trufant still one of the best corners in the game. Robert Alford is a guy who has tremendous ability, athleticism, but he just doesn't trust himself. His technique lacks, is inconsistent, much because of his confidence. He just doesn't believe, and he panics when he shouldn't. Levine Tololo is a pretty good, solid tight end. As far as a blocker, Kamal Ishmael is still a guy that the Falcons could bring back this year. So 2013 is a semi-successful draft. I got to hand it to him. So let's go to 2014 and see what's up. 2014, pretty good draft for the Atlanta Falcons. Jake Matthews is without a doubt one of the best young offensive tackles in the game. $60 million contract for the Atlanta Falcons, and he's a pretty good pass blocker, but he excels in the run game also. Physical, he's a technician, man. He rarely, very seldom gets beat repeatedly by one player. Struggles against speed rushes, but that's typical for tackles in the game, man. These guys are getting faster, quicker, and they're coming off the ball like wide receivers. So Rashid Hageman is another guy that I thought that was pretty good pick for the Atlanta Falcons. Just had some off the field issues. Devontae Freeman is obviously the starting back for the Atlanta Falcons, and this was an excellent pick for them. Ricardo Allen is probably the best. Look, no one thought that Ricardo Allen would be what he is. All right, he was on a practice squad, for God's sakes, for Mike Smith. All right, so anytime you have a guy that's on the practice squad and he's a starter right now, you got to get up for this draft. So 2014 is a win. So let's go to 2015 and see what's up. Look, man, the very first draft for Dan Quinn just goes, look, man, just look at this. This is a damn good draft for the Atlanta Falcons, man. Starting with Vic Beasley, even though there's so much controversy around this guy, it was a pretty good pick for the Atlanta Falcons. Jalen Collins was even a good pick, but he just couldn't stay off the PEDs. Tevin Coleman, another excellent pick for the Falcons. An excellent compliment to Devontae Freeman, speed, power. These guys were just everything for the Falcons. Justin Hardy is a pretty good, serviceable wide receiver when he has the opportunity. Just doesn't have the speed. Grady Jarrett is Grady Jarrett. All right, anytime you get a guy in the 5th round, all right, who can put up the numbers and put up the play of a Grady Jarrett, that's a win. But for the most part, man, 2015 was an excellent start for Dan Quinn. And like I said before, Vic Beasley, Grady Jarrett, Tevin Coleman, you get those guys, even Jalen Collins. These guys were pretty good for the Atlanta Falcons. So 2015 is an absolute win for the Atlanta Falcons. So let's head to 2016. Here we go again, 2016, man. Look, this is just becoming a trend. Keanu Neal, one of the best hard-hitting safeties in the game. He's improving as a cover guy. Deion Jones is the best cover linebacker in the game. I don't really care what anyone says. You want to throw Luke Kuechly in there? Yeah, he's better than that. This guy can take a pick six. I mean, he's excellent. His instinct, his speed. Look, he's a pretty good tackler. Deion Jones is that dude. Austin Hooper is a guy that's steadily improving every year. Every year this guy's improving, all right? Excellent tight end, Pro Bowl tight end. Devondre Campbell is a solid piece for the Atlanta Falcons. Not a great player, but he's a solid player. Everyone needs that solid player, and Devondre Campbell is that guy. Even Wes Schweitzer for the most part. Wes Schweitzer is a pretty good offensive lineman. Not a great offensive lineman, but that's all you ask for. A guy that's to be serviceable for the most part. Devin Fuller, a guy that never really, got off the ground, had terrible luck, and pretty much called his career. But 2016, man, it goes to show you that Dan Quinn, Thomas Dimitroff know what they're doing. So let's head to 2017 to see what's up, baby. 2017, man, this was a pretty good one. Tack McKinley is still one of those guys. I feel as though he will be a Pro Bowler. He has tremendous ability. This guy is tremendous, man. He has a quick first step, power, and his attitude. His attitude is what I love on the field. Man, this guy, when he makes plays, he gets everyone around him. He makes everyone around him that much better. And look, man, he's an excellent compliment to a guy like Vic Beasley, who is quiet, and he just needs to feed off guys. And Tack is that perfect guy. Duke Riley is a nothing more than a rotational piece. All right, every team needs backups. Not everyone, not every pick is going to turn into something special, and that's Duke Riley. All right, he has the ability, but you know he may just be a career backup. Shane Hollow didn't work out, but Demonte is a guy that is absolute stud, man. He's going to be a future Pro Bowler as well. Brian Hill, Eric Shaw, but those guys are pretty much pieces to their team. So when you look at the 2017, man, Tack McKinley, Demonte Casey, 2 Pro Bowlers out of this. I like it. I dig it. So let's head to 2018. 2018, the last draft that I am going to dissect, obviously, is because the draft is just around the corner, man. Calvin Ridley is a guy that fell to us, man, and I believe he will be the next guy, the star receiver for the Atlanta Falcons. It was Bradie Wright, then Julio Jones, and that next guy will be Calvin Ridley for sure. Isaiah Oliver is a guy that I feel as though he will at some point be a Pro Bowler. I love his physicality, his technique. He's long, he's physical, he's fast. The guy has it all. I think he could be another Richard Sherman for the Atlanta Falcons. Senat is still up in the air what he will be, but you know, at this point, man, look, defensive linemen are very, very, sensitive. All right, you have to put the right pieces around these guys so they can succeed, and Senat is that guy who needs the right pieces around him. Obviously, Edo Smith is a guy that has an opportunity to showcase his talent, because we don't know what will happen with Devontae Freeman, and he may be the next guy to be the starting running back for the Atlanta Falcons. Russell Gage, a piece. Foye Oluokun, it feels as though he will at some point be the weak side starter, because I don't think Devondre Campbell will be back. So, in all, man, when you look at this draft from Dan Quinn, Mike Smith, it's the difference in the draft classes and the people that did not pan out. It's absolutely sad and atrocious. But let me know what you guys think, man. From 2018 to 2008, which players stood out to you most? Leave your comments below, and do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Your boy Mad Mike is out. Peace.